Welcome to Smash the Like. This evening I'm celebrating Valentine's Day with Mrs. Kunkel. Tonight's special stream is pre-recorded and the topic is on the business of Valentine's Day. Okay, let's get this live stream started.
I wanna make you smile whenever you're sad. Carry you around when your arthritis is bad. All I wanna do is grow old with you. I'll get you medicine when your tummy aches. Build you a fire if the furnace breaks. Oh, it could be so nice growing old with you. I'll miss you, kiss you, give you my coat when you are cold. Need you, feed you, even let you hold the remote control.
What the hell's that fruit doing here? Get out of the way! Excuse me, sir, I have to serve the beverages. How you doing, sir? Chicken or fish?
You better get out of my way, Billy. You're gonna get hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you talk to Billy Idol that way.
Let me do the dishes in our kitchen sink. Put you to bed when you've had too much to drink. Oh, I could be the man who grows old with you. I wanna grow with you. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You'd be like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you so much. At long last love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you.
Before we get into this special broadcast, let me tell you about coffeebrandcoffee.com. You can get quality premium coffee, tea, and more, plus you support this broadcast and content using the special link listed in the description. Today is Valentine's Day. When we were in elementary school, most of us have fond memories of receiving cards and candy on every February 14th. We would bring a decorated shoebox to school, and by the end of the day, it would be filled with simple one-page Valentine's cards from our classmates, accompanied by lots of candy. Valentine's Day 2022 was great for businesses, delivering in the United States over $22 billion according to the National Retail Federation. And according to the Federation, 2023 is projected to exceed $26 billion in revenue, with the top 5 gifts being candy, Valentine's Day cards, flowers, an evening out, and rounding the top 5, a gift of jewelry. Valentine's Day is the 5th largest spending event in the United States after Christmas and Mother's Day. The roots of Valentine's Day are cited by some sources to originate in ancient Rome, which celebrated a special festival annually on February 15th, the day after what is today the observed date of Valentine's Day. And it involved some very primitive forms of courtship and matchmaking. But it was also ancient Rome that saw the famous execution of Saint Valentine on February 14th around 278 AD. According to legend, Saint Valentine wrote a letter on the night before his execution to the daughter of the man who condemned him to death, whom Saint Valentine's had befriended. On that letter from Saint Valentine's, he signed it, "From your Valentine." Over 2 centuries later, Pope Gelasius ordered that the festival be replaced with the February 14th observation of Saint Valentine's Day. That set the tone, some believe, for the day's forthcoming tradition of exchanging love messages, perhaps in remembrance of Saint Valentine's farewell letter. The Romans are also credited with establishing the idea of Cupid, a god of love often depicted with arrows that, as the legend goes, inflict love upon those who are hit by his arrows. The Roman version of Cupid was adapted from Eros, a god of passion and fertility in Greek mythology. It seems that no one is quite sure when Cupid became associated with Valentine's Day, but the fact that both have origins in ancient Roman culture suggests that there may have been some very overlap between the two. By the 1700s, it's said that Valentine's Day made its way from Europe to the United States, which aligns with the establishment of the North American colonies between 1607 and 1770. It became traditional, according to History.com, for friends and lovers of all social classes to exchange small tokens of affection on handwritten notes. That was more common in England, however, where the Industrial Revolution began earlier and eventually included the production of fancy valentines that were extremely expensive to import. It's said that one American woman, Esther Howland, was so intrigued when she received her first English Valentine greeting in 1847 that she became infatuated with the idea of manufacturing them in the United States. She was an early entrepreneur and instinctively believed that there could be an American market for these formal, English-style greetings. After procuring materials like high-quality paper and lace, she created what many credit as the earliest American Valentine's Day greeting cards. Today, Howland is still honored with the nickname Mother of the American Valentine, with many citing her work as the start of a multi-billion-dollar industry, but it didn't happen overnight. Fast forward to 1849, Howland produced Valentine's Day cards and sent them off with her brother to distribute during a sales trip for their father's company. Hoping to earn $200, instead, Esther's brother returned with 25 times that amount, indicating a much higher than expected demand. In 1866, Be Mine heart candies are developed when Daniel Chase, brother of New England Confectionery Company, Necco, founder Oliver Chase, uses vegetable dye to print words onto heart-shaped candy. Then in 1894, the Hershey Chocolate Company was founded, bringing what was previously an European luxury product to the United States. In 1906, American Greetings started making greeting cards, and in 1907, the Hershey Chocolate Company introduced its Hershey Kisses candy product. Interestingly enough, the product was allegedly named Kisses because whenever a piece of chocolate was dropped on the conveyor belt at the Hershey factory, it sounded like a kiss. In recent years, Valentine's Day marketing campaigns have gone completely digital, with a particularly strong presence on social media. With these new opportunities, smaller companies that don't have budgets like American Greetings or Hershey can easily spread awareness of their own brands for Valentine's Day. Like so many other holidays, Valentine's Day has experienced a transition into pop culture that has shaped the way it's perceived, discussed, and celebrated. Sure, it's often accused of being nothing more than a money-making marketing holiday, but the next time you hear someone label Valentine's Day as a Hallmark holiday, now after listening to this broadcast, you'll have a wealth of historical information to respond with. From my heart to yours, happy Valentine's Day. I greatly appreciate your support of this broadcast and my content. If you have any recommendations on topics or fun guests that would be perfect to be on Smash the Like, please email me at jim@jimkunkel.com.